Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a really special video. It's gonna be completely fire. And I'm gonna speak about 2 tricks that I learned over the last few years that really set the game for me. Really got me into the place of a mindset where I am living on this plane that is allowing me to bring so much inspiration to you guys and without as much fear as needed. Because yes, you need fear to realize what you have to be grateful for, but also you need these 2 tricks. And I have been sitting on these 2 tricks for a long time now, and I felt this is the time that I need to share them with you. So with these 2 tricks, I want to put a huge shout out to my friend Megan Keane. She is one of my friends, one of my oldest friends from Vancouver Island. She gives me a lot of inspiration all the time, and I was helping her with both of these 2 tips and tricks the other day. So Megan, this shout out's for you because, after our conversation the other day, it really got me thinking, how could I help other people with this exact same situation? So, I won't go into detail of our exact conversation, but Megan, this is your shout out because I get my inspiration all over the place, and this made me really think about the lessons that I've learned in life and how could I help others with it. So there's gonna be a word that I'm gonna substitute, and I will substitute that word with the word flip. And yes, it's an F word. So it's gonna be said a lot in this video, so I don't wanna be demonetized or flagged. So I will use the word flip instead. So number 1, the first tip that I can give you is, let's pretend for a second that you only have so many flips to give in this life. Like if you've only got a finite amount, there's not any more than what you're allotted in each of one of our lives. You gotta be able to put those flips in exactly the right places. Because I can tell you, I've put my flips in the wrong places many times. So the first place I want to show you is that putting your flips in the wrong places is not good for you at all. So you want to make sure that you're putting your flips in the right place. So there's a lot of times when fear stands in the way of your life, and it stood in the way of my life many, many, many times. Like, I am no less than any of you guys in putting my flips in the wrong places in the beginning. So if you've only got so many flips to give, you want to make sure you're not wasting them. You don't want to waste them at all, because if you're wasting your flips, then you're going to get to the end of your flips, and most likely that's the end of your journey, and you're not going to have any more flips to give. So the big one that helped me along my road was not giving a flip what anybody else thought of what I was doing. If they don't like what the flip I'm doing, then they don't have to watch what I'm doing. They don't have to sit down. They don't have to give me a thumbs up. They can give me as many thumbs down as they want, because it's not them that is living my life. It's not them that are going to get me to the road that I need to be on to get to my goals and my dreams. So stop putting your flips in that place for sure. So one of the biggest things that helped me was a mentor that I had in the past, and his name is Brian Hodgson. And he told me straight up, like to my face, he said, stop giving a flip what anybody else thinks of you, first of all. They're too flippin' worried what you're thinking of them. So right there, I was like, whoa, like really? Like, I'm so worried so many times. Like I said in my yesterday's video about my first selfie stick. Well, guess what? It's right here. It's right here. And I don't give a flip if anybody likes the fact that I've got a selfie stick. Like, what a weird place to put a flip. Like, why would I even put a flip there? Why would I flip and care what anybody else thought if I had a selfie stick? It's a stick. Like, who cares what anybody else thinks of that? And honestly, like my mentor said, he said, they're too worried what the flip you're thinking about them. And it really got me thinking, because at the time I was suggested to start my Go Live series that are on my page here. Please go ahead and watch all of them, binge watch them, because there is a lot of good information. And as I edit them again, like, I made all those videos and then now I'm re-editing all of them and I'm learning a lot from them. And if I had given a flip what anybody else thought about me holding a selfie stick and walking down the street, or even with a tripod here sitting on my desk and bringing a message to you guys to help you guys in your life and becoming your best possible version of yourself, I wouldn't be doing this right now. So you gotta stop giving a flip what anybody else thinks of you. Because honestly, they give a flip too much of what you think of them, first of all. And then that's how they probably relate, is that they're giving a flip way too much in the wrong places. So there's other places, like let's say you smash your thumb with a hammer, okay? That's a good place to waste a flip, because you're gonna scream out loud, or you could even save a flip and use another profanity or whatever you wanna yell, or just yell. Or there's times when good things happen to you, or a friend is doing something that is inspiring you, or you know that it's the best thing for them. And you could be like, flip, yeah! That's totally flippin' awesome! And it seems silly that I'm replacing that word flip for the word that's actually supposed to be there, but I mean, you guys get the clue. You can use the word flip in so many different ways. Why would you waste them? Because there's so many positive situations in your life that you can give a flip and it totally makes sense. But the ones that don't make sense, you should be very careful as to where you put your flips, because they're really, really precious. So the second thing, I want to get off this flip conversation because I don't want to waste any of my flips, but I feel that this was a good place to put a majority of my flips for you guys. So the next thing is, and this is a video I watched on YouTube a few years ago, and since it's gotten a few million views, and I can do my best to link that video in my video down below, but I don't know if I will get demonetized for that. So I will definitely put the picture of the video right here. And then you guys can go look for this video, because this video really put things into perspective. On average, each one of us only has 8,835 days on this planet. And going back to the first one, if you've only got that many days, 8,835 days, I mean, that's a pretty big number, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like it's that big at all when you start actually adding it up. I was sitting with my daughter last night, and I wanted to see how many years I have left. Well, I'm 42 now, and I calculated with the help of Siri, my trusty HomePod Mini, and it worked out that I've only got 37 years left. If the average is what I live, then why would I want to waste any flips? Because there's only so many years left, 37. And I have a good feeling in my heart that I'm going to live way past there. But the average Like, out of every single person on the planet, the average lives 8,835 years. So, do you want to waste any of that time? Like, in the video that I'm suggesting, it breaks down how much time you spend sleeping, how much time you spend grooming and brushing your teeth, how much time you spend loving, how much time you spend worrying, how much time you spend going to and from work, or traveling in some cases. So it breaks it down to, like, there's a certain amount of years left, and, you know, flip it. It's called Jelly Bean Life, and they break it down with 8,835 jelly beans, and then they measure out how many take up 15 years and how many take up the allotted amount of times for each one of those things I just said. So it really starts to put things into perspective. And I mean, it might not for you, but it did for me, and I want to share with you where I get my inspiration from, where I really come from each day, and realizing that if I don't make these videos for you guys, then there's not somebody, I mean, there's other people, I won't name names, but they're pretty big individuals. One starts with a T, one starts with an E. I mean, flip it. Eric Thomas and Tony Robbins, I'm never gonna compare myself to them, but I'm the next Daniel Williamson. I don't need to be Eric Thomas, and I don't need to be Tony Robbins, because I bring a different level of inspiration to the table. And that's life experiences and things that I've learned over the years. So, number 1, stop giving a flip what anybody else thinks of you. Number 2, start realizing where you're putting your flips so that they're put in the right places. Like I said, when a friend done something awesome, or you're done something awesome, and you're like, flip, yeah! Then that's the place you want to put it. You don't want to put it in worrying about what anybody else thinks of you, because they're too worried about what you're thinking of them. So, number 3, it's the Jelly Bean Life. Go ahead and go watch that. It's not even, I'm not paid or anything to suggest this video. This video really got me thinking about how much time we really use doing the day-to-day things, and how much time we've already used, and how much time is left. So you don't want to waste any flips in that time, and you want to live your best possible life fully. Like, you really want to live your best possible life. So if you haven't already, if you've gotten value out of this video, smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, hit that big red button down below, that subscribe button, and right beside it there's a little tiny bell. Hit that bell so you don't miss out when new videos are dropped. And I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'm bringing the inspiration hard, and I'm bringing it fire just for you guys. Because I mean, I've learned these things already. And yes, I do gain from these videos as well, because I'm the one speaking it, but I want to express to you how much I want to be doing these videos for the people of the world, so the people of the world can really start to understand how powerful each one of you guys are. With that being said, huge love from me to you, like incredible amounts of love. And we'll see you again on the next video, guys.